everyone, Zeddy here again with our final Titans review. It's the final Titan has been revealed, the Rogue Titan, which apparently isn't really a Titan, it's a made-up Titan for Hearthstone, but regardless, it counts, right? It's called that. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna go into, is it actually any good? It's a weird one. It's definitely, I think lower on the power level, or at least possible power level than some of the other ones. We'll go into it as well. If you want to win this Titan or many other Titans, we have a giveaway going on where all you have to do is like a comment in the video description below. Be subscribed to the channel. You have a chance to win. Friendly reminder, I'm not announcing any winners until like the end of the month. If you've been messaged telling you that you've won, message you on Telegram, it's a scam. There's a lot of problems with that on YouTube. Don't fall for it. Don't message them. You will get the message from my account, not some random Telegram scam account. So be aware of that. Anyways, hit that sub button, make me go broke. So yes, the last Titan minion, which again is a made up Titan, but really, well, I mean, some people care. I don't care. I didn't play Warcraft, so it's fine. But we got VOLTRON Prime, a 6 mana, 3/5 Titan. Ugh, those are not very good stats now, are they? However, there's a bit more to it. First, it's a mech, so you can discount this. There's that one drop, that 1 mana 2/1. Your next mech costs 1 less, so you can play this for 5. It's pretty broken, right? That's something. Can't randomly generate this though with that like mage fridge card, you know, fridge, all that, that creates random mechs, because again, you can't randomly create stuff. Also, this card's not good with Shadow Step, you'll see in a second. For the most part, I don't think. Anyways, 6 mana 3/5 mech Titan. I like how it's spelled differently than the others. That is a cute touch. It does have a passive ability though. This minion's abilities repeat on another random friendly minion, so it's random. You can't pick what gets buffed, but basically every ability this card does will basically enhance this card as well as enhance another friendly minion on the board. However, if you got no other minions, that's not so great. So what are the abilities? Well, first we have attach the cannons, gain +2/+1, deal 4 damage to a random enemy. This can hit face. So in some ways it's good, some ways it can be bad depending on the situation, but that could be 8 damage face on an empty board. That's not irrelevant, right? And again, it's 8 damage because if you have another minion on the board, because that minion will gain +2/+1. If it's active on the board, that's like a little bit of charge, a little bit of, you know, that buff damage can go right away. And even though this is a 6 mana 3/5, you'll note every ability gives it stats. So no matter what, it's not really a 6 mana 3/5. However, you're buffing this and it can't attack for 3 turns. It's got that warrior issue where you have this card that gets a bunch of buffs but can't do anything with them, like at all. So that's also not the most appealing thing in the world. So yeah, this gains stats that it can't use and then deal damage to a random enemy, which can be good for sure. We also have full power where you gain +1/+2, draw a card. So again, you have a minion on the board, you're drawing 2 cards. You're getting +2/+4 in stats, although again, can't use this right away, but you know, this will have 7 health or it'll have 6 health, which is probably not that hard to kill for 6 mana. I'm having trouble selling this one. It's not, at least Warrior doesn't have, again, I think Warrior's underrated, probably, but this one, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, you can draw 2 cards, which again, Rogue doesn't struggle with drawing cards like at all these days. They all run the concoctions. They're super good, and you can draw like 4 cards for either 3 or 0 mana with the investment of getting those concoctions, of course. But yeah, more card draw. Rogue never hates having more card draw, but it's not the cheapest. And again, you really need another minion on the board, right? You have to have other minions on the board for this to be good. In particular, you really want them to be active. If they're like, play the same turn, first off, that's expensive since it's 6 mana, but then you're also like not really getting to utilize that effect because it might be removed. So again, an okay option, but again, you really need to be winning in a winning position almost already. The last ability, however, is Maximize Defenses, which gain +3 health. So it gains +3 health and cannot be targeted by hero powers or spells. So kind of gives it elusive or whatever. They should they not add the elusive keyword? Is it not time? I don't know. They don't have cleave in there, even though cleave is reused all the time. But I guess we'll probably never get that, considering it was in the basic Fairy Dragon was in there, right? Fairy Dragon, basic card, classic card, never used that, but that's a discussion for a whole another day. So yeah, this becomes a 6 mana 3/8. It can't be targeted. Makes it really hard to remove, to be honest. Like, it does, unless you got clean the scene going on, it's a really hard minion to remove. And then you could snowball from there. And again, you could buff something else on the board. It will also gain that elusive ability, which can also be strong and give it that health boost. So what current rogue deck wants to run this card? I can't think of really one. The only rogue decks that are very prevalent at the moment in standard are Miracle Rogue, which definitely does not want to run this, way too slow. They're all about spamming cards. This doesn't help you spam cards. Combo Rogue isn't really a deck right now, not very good. It might go into that. It's a much more minion based, I think. And then Secret Rogue, which maybe would play that too, as it's much more minion based, a lot more late game based, and maybe a Renathal, Greed Rogue. Burgle Rogue might run it just for some extra value, draw a hard body to remove. But again, does it really go with that rogue strategy of bouncing, Shadow Step? You don't really get a big benefit from Shadow Stepping this card. It just doesn't seem to fit very well with the current archetypes, but we haven't seen all the rogue cards. The only rogue card we know other than this one is the mech with magnetic and stealth, which goes pretty well with this. It's hard to target that, especially if you attach to another mech, and then you can buff it up. So we'll have to see what the rest of the set is, but I have to say this is probably the worst Titan. I think it's the worst Titan. I think it's between this, Mage, or Warrior are the worst. I gave almost all of them 5s. I think just standalone power level, most of them are broken. This one really requires a specific board state and deck that currently doesn't seem to exist in standard. And in Wild, where there are more mechs and more minion based stuff, it's too slow in Wild. It's not working there. So in standard, I'm not willing to give a Titan less than a 3. I'm just not. I think it could see some play depending on the support, depending on the meta. But yeah, it's borderline 3, maybe a 2 for me. I definitely think it is one of the worst, if not the worst Titan. Again, between Warrior and Mage, but I still think they all have a shot of seeing play. I really do. And I did tweet out, where's the Mega Wind Fury option, Memeron, right? And a ridiculous hat said if you triple it, you get Mega Wind Fury. It's probably a lie, but you never know. Maybe we'll triple it and we'll see what happens. But yeah, overall, and in Wild, I'll give it a 2. I don't see the same play in Wild whatsoever. In Arena, it's pretty good, right? It's very minion based there, and it's gonna snowball and win. But again, buffing a minion that can't attack just seems really weird, similar to the Warrior one. So yeah, not super sold on it, but that's all the Titans. There's that whole event going on. I'm gonna have a video later. We're gonna try and rally our communities together to rig that vote. We're gonna talk about that to get us some free packs. So tune in an hour or two. We'll have a video on that. And then tomorrow, I got a big news update video. We got a random wild buff. A wild card just got buffed. We got a brand new feature coming to the game. Big news video tomorrow. And I thought maybe on Sunday we do a tier list of all the cards, of all the Titans. Could be fun. So stay tuned for that. And then next week on Monday, all the reveals, neutrals, class cards, all that stuff starts every day until the 23rd. So you're going to see card reviews on the channel every day starting on Monday all the way till the end. And I will try not to do one card per review. Trust me, we'll try and batch it all together. But if there's something really spicy, we'll do a single video on it. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.